Hello everybody out there watching on YouTube, and welcome to race number 11 of Season 10 of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. I am Levi McIntyre, the voice of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Toyota 500 at Twin Ring Motegi Superspeedway as we're getting set for 30 laps of racing here at this 1.549 mile intermediate track, and we shall see how this race is going to turn out, as this is the second of 3 international swing events. The next one and the final one coming up this Wednesday is at Champs-Élysées, and then on Friday we take a break from points racing for All-Star break, as well as the announcements regarding Season 11's roster. But with all that said, the run-through of the top 10 and the point standings coming into the race here today. Jay Jefferson's points lead shrunk a little bit as he leads by only 85 points over Michael Norman, 135 over both Carson Gum and James Qualls, 155 over our pole sitter for today, Daniel DK, 190 over Cole Deaver, 235 over Kyle Matthews, 240 over Henry Sanford, 270 over Scott Groverston, and 275 over Keith Miller Jr. So that is the top 10 in the points coming into the race here today. But the top 10 in the starting lineup, Daniel DK scoring his first career pole of the season here in Japan, and Michael Norman second in points starting right next to him. Row 2, we have the ladies, Lindsay Snyder, who just won back at Calder Park, and starting next to her is Lainey Marino. Row 3, Riley Henry, Jessica Shelton. Row 4, Lisa Nelson, Charles Belding. And Row 5, Melissa Alexander, James Qualls. Let's get the command to fire engines for the Toyota 500 at Twin Ring Motegi.
Drivers, start your engines!
All 40 drivers now rolling on the racetrack for the pace lap here at Twin Ring Motegi. So yeah, this is, I think, the third or fourth season in a row we have come to this particular racetrack. And this racetrack has produced some decent racing in the past, but we'll see how this season's going to be, as we've got arguably the most competitive field in the history of the series. I know I say that every season, but I do feel that way, especially given the certain rookies that are in this event, including the pole sitter Daniel DK. But how about Lindsay Snyder? I tell you, if there's one driver I'm impressed with the most so far here in the first nearly third of the season, it's Lindsay Snyder. This is only her 5th start of the season. She just got into the top 30 in points after winning at Calder Park this past Friday. Can she win a second race in a row and jump up even higher? We shall see. Pace car is in pit road, so you know what that means. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to boogity 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 go racing. Well, Lindsay Snyder kind of trying to pick up where she left off at Calder Park, led the first lap, so that's another 5 bonus points for herself in the championship. As, man, the ladies are really making their presence felt up here towards the front of the field. Not only Lindsay Snyder leading, Lainey Marino up here in second, and then Lisa Nelson already up to third, and Melissa Alexander trying to get up to 5th. And look how close it is between the top 3 now on that lap. So Lindsay Snyder leads yet another, but Lainey Marino and Lisa Nelson may have something in store for that one car in hopes of trying to in the case of Lainey Marino, get her first career win, but Lindsay and Lisa trying to go for win number 2. Because remember, Lisa did pick up her first win back at Bristol not too long ago. And look at this, we got the ladies 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now, and then even Jessica Sheldon not too far behind, back here battling in the top 10, top 12 region. And even Alyssa Drayson not that far behind, back there in around the 20th spot. But it's pretty much single file up here at the front of the field. And meanwhile, we might see a battle ensue for the 12th position between Jessica Sheldon and James Qualls, as James Qualls trying to get back up into the championship mix. Although he just got a big move made by Charles Belding, as Belding's looking to get up there. And whoa, he nearly makes contact with Jessica Sheldon coming off of turn 4. But that moves Belding up to the 12th spot. And he's got his sights set on everybody up ahead of him. But Lindsay Snyder still leading the race, as she is slowly pulling away, or at least she was slowly pulling away from Lainey Marino, but Marino might have gotten a little bit of a run off of turn 2, although here off of 4, not as much. And are we under caution now? Yeah, we are under caution. First caution of the day. Ooh, Jonathan Zorlin was involved in whatever this was, and maybe Mitchell Collins, but looks like only a 1-car deal here at Twin Ring Motegi to bring the caution out, so this will bring the field to a halt. But considering we might see pit strategy, I'm going to stick around up here at the front of the field to see if anybody's going to come to pit road during this caution, and if they do, that would really put them on the razor's edge in terms of the fuel window. That is if it's clean and green the rest of the race, of course. I'm staying up here with Lindsay and everybody up here at the front to see if anybody's going to come to pit road now, or if they're going to wait. Doesn't look like anybody's coming in, so yeah, everybody going to stay out for this round. But anyways, Lindsay Snyder leads here at Twin Ring Motegi. Why don't we take a look at the replay to find out what brought the caution out for the first time today here at Twin Ring Motegi. Well, here's a look at what happened. So this was around the 27th to 28th spot, as Jonathan Zorlin's in the middle of a 3-wide situation with Kyle Matthews on the inside and the points leader, Jay Jefferson, on the top side, and it looks like contact's going to occur as Zorlin tries to get in front of Jay Jefferson, but was nowhere near clear, and he ends up turning up into the 01, into the wall. No caution is out here, but right there, the little contact from William Brock continues to send the 00 on a slide, but still no caution yet. Now the caution will be coming out as he keeps sliding, but nearly goes around. And then Mitchell Collins and Zachary Fitzwater, again Fitzwater with the bad luck, getting involved in somebody else's dreck, as Collins and Fitzwater go sideways, but no real damage whatsoever. The only car, in fact, to receive any damage at all was Zorlin in the rear end, and maybe William Brock on the front for being the one that hit the 00, and even some scrapes on Jefferson's machine. But very minor accident to bring out the caution, so let's take you to the restart here at Twin Ring Motegi. Well, no drivers out of the race after that first caution. All 40 cars still on the racetrack. But everybody stayed out under this caution, so they're going to try and make it through till we can get pit stops. But Lindsay Snyder has led every lap so far today. Second is Lainey Marino. Third, Lisa Nelson. Fourth, Melissa Alexander. Fifth, Riley Henry. Sixth is Daniel DK. Seventh, Cole Deaver. Eighth, Raphael Leduc. Ninth, Keith Miller Jr. 10th, Michael Norman. 11th is Matt McIntyre. 12th is Charles Belding. 13th, Artur Castanha. 14th, Jessica Shelton. 15th, James Qualls. 16th, Jesse Turner. 17th, Henry Sanford. 18th is Scott Groverston, 19th Alyssa Drayson, 20th Ricky Karaman. 21st DJ Curtis, 22nd Daniel Voiles, 23rd Ryan Acosta, 24th Charles Sanford, 25th Carson Gum, 26th is Dylan Young, 27th Kyle Matthews, 28th Jay Jefferson, 29th William Brock, 30th Jonathan Zorlin. Then the rest of the field, I should say. Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Poteet, Matt Haas, Alex Ferranti, Seth Cole, Quentin Moore, Dylan Jacobs, Raphael Fireblade, Jordan Forbes, and Mitchell Collins. Green flag is waving. 21 laps to go. Still plenty of time for something to happen. And on that restart, Lindsay Snyder had one hell of a jump to get a bit of a gap between herself and the 34. And the 34 didn't get off to the best jump herself. Or maybe she might have been playing possum with the one car. You never know what can happen on these restarts some of the times. Meanwhile, a little battle going on back here for the 6th spot. Cole Deaver and Daniel DK. And whoa, DK slid up a little bit, kept it together, and still has a big run to the inside, trying to get up to the 6th position over the 3 of Deaver. As back up at the front, Lindsay Snyder still hanging on. And all she has to do is just lead about 4 or 5 more laps, and she will clinch the bonus for most laps led. As Lindsay Snyder looking to go 2 wins in a row in order to keep also a top 5 streak. As like I keep saying, this is only her 5th start, not only of the season, but of her career. And so far her stats, prior to this race, 4 races, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s. Her worst finish was 11th back at North Wilkesboro in her first ever start. So she's been very consistent despite not making a bunch of races until now. Meanwhile, Lisa Nelson up to 2nd as Lainey Marino's car seems to be going away little by little. And Melissa Alexander trying to get an inside run, going to get up to 3rd, but to no avail. And oh, we're under caution, and Seth Cole's bad luck continues as he just sustained damage. Quentin Moore was also involved in whatever this was. So a multi-car accident is going to bring the caution out yet again, and the engine smoke embellowing out of the 25 of Seth Cole, the former Season 8 champion, has just been having terrible luck here in Season 10, and his day is going to more than likely be over. But let's go ahead and take a look at the replay to find out what brought the caution out for the 2nd time today here at Twin Ring Motegi. Well, here's a look at how this happens. So contact is going to ensue between Seth Cole and Quentin Moore, and this is for the 31st position, so this is in the back of the field. And what's going to happen is Quentin Moore tries to get a run on the 25, but gets a little bit tight and ends up dumping the 25, and they will both go into the inside wall, which is concrete, so this is going to be a hard impact for both cars. Seth Cole in particular, head on into the wall, hobbling on 2 wheels, and then he gets hit again by Quentin Moore and Seth, and then again another hit, and that nearly turned the 25 car over as he got hit in the driver's door by the 27, but stayed on all 4 wheels. So that was a pretty hard impact right there, front end head on into a concrete wall, and you can see all the black smoke erupting out of the car as his engine is destroyed. So maybe a rivalry is on our hands between Quentin Moore and Seth Cole, but let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Twin Ring Motegi. Well, after that last caution, we have 1 car out of the race, and as expected, it is Seth Cole. But when we get back to racing, it'll be 14 laps to go. Jonathan Zorlin's a slower car, tail end of the field, and I'm not sure why he's restarting in front of the leaders, but regardless, Lindsay Snyder is currently the leader here at Twin Ring Motegi yet again, so she has definitely clinched most laps led at this point. 2nd is Lisa Nelson, 3rd Melissa Alexander, 4th Laney Marino. 5th, Riley Henry. 6th is Artur Castanha. 7th, Cole Deaver. 8th, Matt McIntyre. 9th, Jessica Shelton. 10th, Daniel DK. 11th is Rafael Leduc. 12th, Keith Miller Jr. 13th, Henry Sanford. 14th, Michael Norman. 15th, Charles Belding. 16th, James Qualls. 17th, Jesse Turner. 18th, Ricky Karaman. 19th, Carson Gum. 20th, Dylan Jacobs. Then the rest of the field is Scott Roverston, Alyssa Drayson, Ryan Acosta, Kyle Matthews, DJ Curtis, Dylan Young, Daniel Voiles, Jay Jefferson, Charles Sanford, William Brock, Dylan Poteet, Matt Haas, Alex Ferranti, Jordan Forbes, Zachary Fitzwater, Mitchell Collins, Raphael Fireblade, and with no hood, Quentin Moore, and then Jonathan Zorlin in front of the leaders in 39th. But we're getting ready to get back to racing. Green flag is out, 14 laps to go. Hopefully we can finish this race clean and green. And Zorlin kind of held up Lindsay Snyder a little bit on that restart. But that is going to help for the cars behind her to get close to the back bumper of the one car and maybe have a chance at making a move for the lead. Lisa Nelson up here in second, trying to figure out what is she going to have to do to get around this one car. And not only is Lindsay Snyder trying to go for... Oh, she has to come back in the pit road! They pitted under caution, but Lindsay Snyder had to come back in. That is a heartbreak. I was just about to say, had Lindsay Snyder stayed up at the front, she would have not only gotten her second straight win, but the 4th straight win for Shadow Cold Racing. And now that's gone up in smoke unless something else happens. I mean, I saw everybody came in the pit road under that previous caution. I guess they might not have gotten all the gas into the engine of the one car. I'm going to keep my eye out for anybody else that ends up having to come back in the pit road, and it looks like Lindsay's the only one. That is a heartbreaking development for that number 1 car. And now she's trying to fight to stay on the lead lap in hopes that everybody else... So maybe that's a case. Maybe not everybody's going to be able to make it on gas. I'm not sure. But right now, Lisa Nelson has the race lead. And Jonathan Zorlin, despite the rear end damage, it appears that he's up to speed. And he actually is running faster than the race leader. Or at least he was. Now Laney Marino back up in the 2nd position. Does she have anything for the number 6 of Lisa Nelson? Melissa Alexander hanging on in 3rd, maybe buying her time, as Keith Miller Jr. has actually been making moves, as he's now, I believe he restarted 12th, already up here to 4th, and closing in on the 78 of Melissa Alexander to get to the 3rd position. And meanwhile, whoa, big time run. Although, are we under caution again? Yes, we are. Oh, who won at the line? It was Laney Marino. She made a bonsai move. Daniel Voiles with some damage. Maybe the Sanford brothers might have been caught up in this. William Brock with damage. More damage to Mitchell Collins' machine. So another multi-car wreck, and even Rafael Leduc has got some damage. Something crazy had to happen right there. But that was a lucky break for the one of Lindsay Snyder, who was on the verge of going a lap down. I'm going to stay up here with Laney Marino and company to see if they have to come back into pit lane. Because if they do, Lindsay Snyder, if she can get around everybody, she could get the lead back. But it doesn't look like anybody's coming in the pit road here, so it looks like Laney Marino is going to have the race lead for the time being. Let's take you to the replay to find out what brought the caution out for the 3rd time today here at Twin Ring Motegi. So here's a look at what happened. So this is kind of similar to what happened with the first caution. 3 wide here in 3 and 4. It's the Sanford brothers, Charles and Henry, and then Rafael Leduc. That's the 3 wide situation right there. And I'm not sure where the first bit of contact is going to come from. It looks like Rafael Leduc just had such a big run on the outside trying to go around Henry Sanford, and Henry's car, I don't know if he was upset with LeDuc or he just got really tight, comes up into LeDuc, down into his brother Charles, and they all just collide eye to eye, and they all go sliding around. No caution out yet, but Henry Sanford does get turned around, and he does hit the inside wall right there pretty good, and so does Charles Sanford. And then LeDuc comes up, makes contact in the Scott Roverston, and then Daniel Voiles makes contact. Dylan Young, Dylan Poteet also get minor pieces. Same with Alex Ferranti. James Qualls does a really good job of getting the car woed down to avoid the 26, at least at the moment. And then you're going to see back here, William Brock, he kind of runs into Mitchell Collins, and then Quentin Morgan have received more damage. Nails William Brock and almost turned him over. Raphael Fireblade getting damaged. Zachary Fitzwater's bad luck continues as he got a little bit of damage as well. So, big multi-car accident due to miscommunication. But let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Twin Ring Motegi. Well, after that third caution, we have another car out of the race, and that is Daniel Voiles. So he is officially done for today. But when we get back to racing, it'll be 6 laps to go. Hopefully we can finish this race clean and green. But Laney Marino is your race leader. Second is Lisa Nelson. Third is Willis Alexander. Fourth, Keith Miller Jr. Fifth, Michael Norman. Sixth is Cole Deaver. Seventh, Artur Castanha. Eighth, Matt McIntyre. Ninth, Ricky Carman. 10th is Riley Henry. 11th is Carson Gum. 12th, Dylan Jacobs. 13th, Jesse Turner. 14th, Daniel DK. 15th, Kyle Matthews. 16th, Charles Belding. 17th, Jessica Sheldon. 18th, DJ Curtis. 19th, Scott Groverston. 20th, Raphael LeDuc. Then the rest of the field is Dylan Young, Dylan Poteet, Alyssa Drayson, James Qualls, Alex Ferranti, Ryan Acosta, Matt Haas, Charles Sanford, Zachary Fitzwater, Raphael Fireblade. Then Jay Jefferson, Jordan Forbes, Mitchell Collins, Henry Sanford, Quentin Moore, Lindsey Snyder, and William Brock, with Jonathan Zorlin restarting between second and third, 1 lap down. But it's time to get back to racing. Like I said, let's hope we can finish this race clean and green and maybe have a good finish to this race. Green flag is back out, 6 to go. Laney Marino trying to go for her first career win in the Marvel Studios Cup Series. Lisa Nelson, not the best restart, but maybe she can run back down to 34 and try and get the lead back that she had. And meanwhile, look at Keith Miller Jr. trying to get the inside lane going to make a move to get up to third, to go past Melissa Alexander and also go past Jonathan Zorlin so he doesn't have to worry about the lap traffic. Whoa, nearly contact between the two. And Laney Marino pulls off to nearly a 3/10 of a second lead over Lisa Nelson, but Lisa's starting to reel into 34, and meanwhile, Keith Miller Jr. is really fast on the racetrack as he's looking to try and go past the both of them and go for win number 2 and be the first multi-winner of the season. But so too does Lisa Nelson, as she wants to be a multi-winner as well. And the top 4, maybe even top 5, all really close together. 4 laps to go here at the line. Lisa Nelson lost a little bit of time. Or actually, no, she gained a little bit of time, but lost time to Keith Miller Jr. as the 15's looking to try and make the move to get to second. And Keith's going to have a big head of steam. Look at him trying to use the inside lane, but can he make it stick? We're going to go to helicopter cam, and he's going to make the move. Keith Miller Jr. going to try and get to second. Does he have anything for the 34 of Laney Marino, though? That's the question. Three laps to go, and Melissa Alexander also trying to make her presence felt up here in the closing stages of the race. Michael Norman, who's trying to get the points lead, currently in 4th, having a very, very good run. But Laney Marino trying to win her first career race, as she will be back in the number 34 in Season 11, but for a new manufacturer. Buick, as Buick will be debuting in Season 11. 2 laps to go for the 34, and Keith Miller Jr. slowly trying to reel in. Oh, but we got pit stops! Oh, this is going to really shake things up. Do these drivers have enough gas to make it to the end? This is going to be really interesting. And Keith Miller Jr. is right there, close to the back bumper of the 34, but do they have enough gas to make it to the end? That's the big question on our minds. But nobody up here in the top 10 or so is coming into pit road as the white flag is out. And I'm trying to find where the leader is. There she is, Laney Marino leading. So far no sputtering. And all she has to do is just hold off that 15 car for another half a lap. Although Keith Miller Jr. trying to make it work, taking advantage of lap traffic, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The checkered flag is getting ready to wave. First career win yet again this season. Checkered flag. Laney Marino wins the Toyota 500 at Twin Ring Motegi Superspeedway. What a race we had. Despite it being a wreck fest, we saw some good racing during this day. And Laney Marino, win number 1 in her career. Great job for that 34 team. But let's look at the rest of the results. Keith Miller Jr. continuing momentum on his side, and he came close to being the first multi-time winner of the season, but still a great points day in the second position. Melissa Alexander, who desperately needed a good run to maintain her top 30 position in the point standings, gets a 3rd place finish. Michael Norman, phenomenal points day, finishing in 4th, and I think he will more than likely take the points lead over going into Champs-Élysées. And then Cole Deaver, 2nd straight top 5 of the season, finishing in 5th. Lisa Nelson with a great run in the 6th position. She definitely needed a good showing here today. Artur Castanha with yet another top 10 in the 7th spot. Daniel DK continuing to show promise, finishing in 8th. DJ Curtis with his first top 10 in 9th. And then Jessica Shelton with a 10th place run to round out the top 10. Then there's your top 20, top 30, and the bottom 5 for this week were Dylan Young, Mitchell Collins. Somehow Raphael Fireblade was out of the race. Daniel Voiles and Seth Cole. And where did Zachary Fitzwater finish? 23rd, so he breaks his curse for the time being. But congratulations to Laney Marino for getting win number 1 in her career. But that does it for our coverage here today at Twin Ring Motegi. Next race will be the final race of the International Swing at Champs-Élysées. And then after that on Friday, it's All-Star Break at Oswego. But until then, here is Laney Marino's victory burnout and the point standings heading into Champs-Élysées. And this is Levi McIntyre signing off.